Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Cliff Backus. I am the Chief Market Strategist for Push Button Stock Trading, and this is your daily video market review. But before we start, as a friend of mine frequently asks, if I was stranded on a desert island, what would I need? Well, I'd need three pieces of software: highgrowthinvestors.com, freestockcharts.com, and MarketSmith. MarketSmith is a set of investment research tools for mastering the market, offering a set of extremely robust stock screeners, charts, and pattern recognition. More importantly, we use MarketSmith to generate our stock checklist, which we use to develop our universal watch list. Take a free trial of MarketSmith. Next, we have freestockcharts.com, which is a Warden Brothers product and has all the versatility of their TC2000 program on an a la carte basis. These are the charts we use in our daily video market review. I use the premium version, but they also offer an advertising-driven free version. And lastly, I would need highgrowthstock.com, HGSI. HGSI is a remarkably versatile product that I use for analyzing and screening data. The Spectrum Analyzer is an HGSI product, and you can get a 1-month free trial of highgrowthstock.com, and you don't even need a credit card. And that's our commercial for this week. Okay, I hadn't planned on doing a video review today because I was out of state all weekend, but I seem to have a few extra minutes here, so I'm going to put one together. It's going to be down and dirty, and here we go. Markets struggled all day before closing at or near session lows on Friday. The Russell 2000 found support at its 50-day moving average, but continues lagging. Again, the IBD 50 outperformed both the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, indicating that leading issues may be asserting themselves in this market. Trading volume was down in advance of the long Memorial Day weekend. The market's in a confirmed uptrend, and our 1 to 6 month timing model is on a margin signal on the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the IBD 85, and now on the IBD 50. The IBD 50's index at best reflects leading stocks in the market, and it's worth noting that it was the last index we followed to go to a margin signal. Large caps edged small caps again yesterday and continue to outperform on a 10-day moving average basis. This is a little out of character for a confirmed uptrend. Since early last year during market corrections, large caps have outperformed small caps on a 10-day moving average basis, but small caps have outperformed during confirmed uptrend. The fact that large caps are still leading should lend a note of caution to the bulls, as should the divergence between the S&P 500 and the Russell 2000. Meanwhile, the Ramosi greater moving average of the S&P Composite 1500 remains positive, indicating that more stocks in the S&P 1500 are trading above their 9-day moving average than are trading above their 50-day moving average. This is a positive for the market and is the basis for our aggressive buy signal. An aggressive buy signal combined with a buy signal on the index is the basis for our margin signal. Our Ramosi swing timing model is showing a moderately overbought condition in the market here. The market's confused with conflicting signals. Although we're bullish for the most part on the market, we're bullish with a healthy dose of skepticism. What we're looking at here is the Russell 2000, and what I wanted to point out is how the Russell 2000 really seems to be working on a downtrend here. It did find support at its 50-day moving average on Friday. We'll see if it can continue to hold that 50-day moving average today. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ Composite. NASDAQ Composite on Friday was down 1.43 points, or 0.03%. It closed right near the low of the day at 5,089.36. Trading volume was lower than the prior day and was below average. For you followers of William O'Neill, we are in a confirmed uptrend in the market. We have been since May 14th. We have no distribution days since the confirmed uptrend began. The NASDAQ currently is bracketed by support down here in the 4811 area and resistance up here at the all-time high of 5132, which was set in March of 2000. We have minor support resistance here in the 5042 area. That area is beginning to look more and more like support, but I'm not ready to call it actual support at this point. We are on a margin signal on our 1 to 6 month timing model on the NASDAQ, which indicates that aggressive traders can utilize margin to leverage up their portfolios at this point. Keeping in mind that, as noted before, the market is a little bit confused here, and I really am not all that confident in this margin signal. Looking at the S&P 500, the S&P 500 on Friday was down 4.76 points or 0.22%. It closed right smack at the low of its daily trading range and didn't take out the prior day's high, putting us in a very short-term downtrend. The S&P 500 closed at 2126. Trading volume was below the prior day and also below average. The S&P also has been on a confirmed uptrend since May 14th. S&P right now is bracketed by support down here in the 2040 area, and let's call this trend line resistance for now. The S&P 500 is on a margin signal on our 1 to 6 month timing model. I'm going to take a real quick look at our weekly watch list, but before we do that, I want to point out that all of the individual stocks that we talk about in our video market reviews are from our universal watch list, which you can view on our daily spreadsheet. To qualify for the universal watch list, a stock has to have satisfied at least 72% of our stringent technical and fundamental criteria, and currently satisfy at least 62%. Out of a trading universe of about 7,000 stocks, there are currently only about 80 stocks that meet our strict criteria and make our universal watch list. These are the only stocks that we review in our daily market review, and for the most part, they're the only stocks that we use in our trading strategies. That noted, let's take a look at our weekly watch list. I'm not going to do as thorough a presentation as I normally do. What we're going to do is we're just going to scroll through them and see what we find. First stock we find is Taiwan Semiconductor. Taiwan Semiconductor is putting in this flat base right here. Next we have Cambrex. Cambrex also is working on a flat base, may put in a cup and handle right here, but we need 5 days of work in the handle. Heritage Insurance Group, we've talked about before. Nice little trend line going there. It also is putting in a consolidation base. Mallinckrodt, everything's going on with this stock. Seems to be putting in a cup and handle base, double bottom base. We are working on a consolidation with a buy point of 134.26. BOFI Holdings is in a first stage consolidation pattern with a pivot point of 97.68. NXPI also in a consolidation pattern with a pivot point of 108.5. Avgo is in a fourth stage base. Generally, we don't put fourth stage bases into our weekly watch list, but because we get an 88% checklist rating on Avgo, we've popped it in here. We have a pivot point of $136.28. Vasco Data Security has been working on this trend line, also putting in a consolidation base with a pivot point of 3184. MACOM Technologies putting in a consolidation base right here. Horizon Pharmaceutical, I really like this one. Putting in a very, very short-term base. I'd call it a box base right here because it doesn't fit any of our other technical patterns right now. But it's worth keeping an eye on, and I would buy it if it moved into new high territory on at least 140% of average daily volume. Nexstar Broadcasting has a pivot point of $50.45. Working on kind of a sloppy first stage base here, struggling with resistance at its 50-day moving average, worth keeping an eye on. And the final one, SolarEdge Technologies is putting in a first stage IPO base here with a buy point of 38.13, worth keeping an eye on. That's about all I have for today. If you want to talk about any of the stocks we mentioned today or our market strategies, please feel free to give me a call, drop me an email, or make an appointment. Come by the office, see what we're up to. If you're out of the area, we can set up a Skype session. A reminder, if you've not already done so, please take a minute to go to our subscription page and subscribe to Push Button Stock Trading. You can also follow us on Twitter at PushButtonStock. Again, my name is Cliff Backus. That's your daily video market review. Have a safe and profitable day. Keep your stops in place, and I will see you again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for our important disclaimers. All the best. Disclaimers. Push Button Stock Trading Video Market Review is produced and edited by Clifford B. Backus. Mr. Backus is a Senior Vice President of Investments, Technical Analyst, Portfolio Manager, and Partner with the investment firm of Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated. Video Market Review is produced solely for the benefit of our clients, friends, and colleagues. Anything written, stolen, and/or plagiarized in this publication is done without malice. Further, the analysis and opinions expressed in this publication are strictly those of the editor and not of Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or any of the officers or employees of Ohannes & LaCours, Inc. On that note, we submit the following. The analysis, calculations, and evaluations presented herein are based on data and assumptions Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated believes to be accurate. Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated makes no representation that such analysis or calculations are accurate or that such valuations represent levels at which actual trades may occur. This report has been prepared from original sources, except where otherwise noted, and data we believe to be reliable. Ohannes & LaCours, Inc., its affiliates and subsidiaries, and/or their officers and employees or their families may from time to time acquire, hold, or sell a position in the securities mentioned herein. Moreover, opinions may differ from one entity to the next. If we are used in connection with the purchase or sale of any security discussed in this report, we may act as principal for our own account or as agent for both the buyer and the seller. Push Button Stock Trading is dedicated to the education of friends, clients, and paid subscribers. Push Button Stock Trading is an information service only. The information provided herein is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell stocks of any kind. Push Button Stock Trading is created to aid subscribers in making informed investment decisions based wholly or in part on technical analysis. It's possible that at this time or some subsequent date, the editors of Push Button Stock Trading may own, buy, or sell the investments presented. All investors should consult a qualified professional before making any investment. The information provided has been obtained from sources deemed to be reliable, but it is not guaranteed as to the accuracy or completeness. The editors of Push Button Stock Trading make every effort to provide timely information to subscribers, but cannot guarantee specific delivery times due to factors beyond our control.